What it be? How's it going? What's up, everybody? It's your homeboy, Funky Louie Hooves, the Commodore. He's back and he's going to do a reread. Apparently, my mic was being a little stupid and I just got notified. And come on, guys, it was a two-part read-through. I read two chapters that day when I posted it, and apparently my mic decided to go all freaking dumb on me. So I'm gonna go try and read it again, the two-part special, as promised. Well, I didn't promise, I just felt like doing it because it's so good. And I feel like I might have skipped a few things, so... hang on, I gotta pull it up real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, by the way, I got a notification from, YouTube a while back saying that I'm officially part of the YouTube community, apparently. How cool is that, guys? Huh? I know I'm not like that big or anything or something like that, but I got two more plus subscribers on it. A lot of video reviews and all sorts of that. Hopefully I can get more and you guys can try to help me get more subscribers up to me. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go do a do a reread of it, cause Mike being dumb. Anyway, yeah, the girls are out left a while ago. So it's just me. They've been leaving for a while. I'm just guessing it's probably like the um research, trying to get back. They should have left when I finished the first one, but apparently when I started reading another one, um, I can't leave. But I look at their faces. I don't think they wanted to leave yet, and that's including Twilight. Yeah, she's doing more guinea pig experiments on me. It's a little annoying, really, but it's okay once in a while. Um. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and do a reread of both chapters 6 and 7. Hopefully my mic works through all the way. I just did a mic check earlier. If it works, but hopefully it stays working throughout the entire time. So I'm just going to go ahead and go start reading now, guys. All right. Now to chapter 6, Survival and Rescue. Okay, let's see. Um. Do do do. Okay. Um. Chapter 6, Survival and Rescue. Let's go. What do you mean you can't go down there? Twi yelled at the guards. Sorry guys if I'm not putting effort in that first part, because I'm like super pissed about my dumb mic. I'm thinking like buying a new one. If you guys know where I can buy a new one, put a comment down below. This mic really pisses me off when it doesn't work. Really, really pisses me off. Sorry, I'm like having a munchie attack over here. Anyway. Twilight yells at the guard. Rebel humans have been known to be in these canyons, the captain said. Until I know this area isn't crawling with humans. Ooh! She says it with such venom. Ooh! I don't like this captain. I will not send any pony down there. You send down a rescue team down there right there now, or so help me. God, I screwed that up so bad. Twilight yells. Whoa! I'm sorry, princess, but I will not put any pony in danger. Twilight glared at the captain. You do it right now! It was that point that Twilight's mane was on fire. Ah, quick, get a fire extinguisher! Woo! As her eyes were glowing red. I understand your friend is down there, but I cannot put these guards in danger. As much as I want to rescue Miss Applejack from this canyon, I cannot allow these guards to walk into a trap. If I did that, I would be breaking protocol. Fuck protocol and get your ass down there! Sorry. Pardon my language, guys. Then again, I've heard worse. I mean, in read-throughs I listen to, they really don't censor the cursing words or anything like that. So, I'm just doing what those guys do and just go out with it. Anyway. If I did that, I would be breaking protocol, she said. Twilight's mane and eyes went back to normal as she stared at the captain. Captain, if you won't go down there, then I will. Prisky Purple Pony say what now? I think I said something I didn't want to say. I think Twilight's mad now. My angry pony senses are tingling. Shh. Mm. What the? Okay. Mane back to normal as she started cutting down there, then I will. She turned to only be stopped by more guards. Twilight, you're in trouble now. I can't let you do that, princess, the captain said. You two, round up the princess's friends and don't let them out of your sight. She looked back at Twilight, and you will remain with them till backup has arrived. And when's that going to be? Until those two die? You know, being captain of the guard, you're doing a shitty job at it right now. No offense, it's just you're doing a shitastic job. You can't do that, Twilight said. I can. I have orders from Princess Celestia to keep you safe. Well, that's a problem as well. Fortunately, Twilight's only been a princess for a few months, hopefully in this fic. A year maybe. And, so Princess Celestia have been doing this for at least 1,000 years, so she kind of overrules you. Luna does not count because she's been trapped inside the moon for 1,000 years, so she has at least a century, maybe 3 years of experience. 3 century years of experience, give or take. I don't know how the timeline works in this shit, man. Keep you safe. And that, she said, and that's what I plan on doing. The guards walked her over to her friends. Any luck? Rainbow Dash asked. Okay, you may have noticed before, I'm not really good at the tomboy Rainbow Dash voice. And it's not my fault. I mean, most people have a hard time doing her voice. I mean, everyone knows that her voice is a little raspy here and there. She's a complete tomboy, just like Applejack. Oh, now I know that the Apple Dash thing comes from. They're perfect for each other. Both reckless, high-strung, and... Well, I wouldn't say Applejack's reckless, that. You get what I mean. Oh, peanut. Ah. You guys get what I mean when I'm trying to say, right? They're both like, how do I put it? Like to get their hooves dirty. Hmm? If you guys know what I mean. Technically, now I see why the Apple Dash is a thing. But Flutter Dash, I don't get still. I might be putting it wrong, but that's just my opinion. Anyway. No, until backup has arrived, they can't do anything. Then we'll have to do something about it, Rarity said as she smirked. Oh, gods! I don't even want to know what happens next. Oh, good, I don't find out, cause we're here on the snowfall part. Yeah, guys, I've read this, so yeah. Anyway, if you hear my munch attack, I'm so sorry, guys. I was so freaking hungry. I didn't eat anything all day, so yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. You had to hear this. Anyway. He could feel the cold air getting colder, and the young mare before him would... Oh, wait. Whoop, 1, 2, skip the few. Whoopsies! The snow fell down to the ground as cars laid wrecked on the ground. Okay, question. How is snow on the ground? If it's not even snowing right now. Are they going to Canterlot or the Crystal Empire? Because the Crystal Empire and the snow would make more sense. But no. Sure, the railway goes through like... Oh, pardon my spike, guys. Whew. Goes through like a mountaintop, but you rarely see snow on it. Rarely even see snow on it. And most of the time when you do, it's like during Heartswarming Eve. Or Winter Wrap-Up or something. Anyway. cough could be heard from. Oh wait, I haven't finished that line yet. On the ground, smoke filled the snow air. A cough could be heard from within one of the cars. Matt slowly opened his eyes as he felt the cold air sting his eyes as they opened. He rubbed. He rubbed them to try and get them warm as he slowly got up, but stopped when he felt something heavy lay on his chest. He looked down and saw a blonde mare covering the orange mare. Blonde mane covering the orange mare. Ugh, say that 10 times fast. Blonde mane covering the orange mare. Oh, I can't even do that. Anyway, the memories of what happened came flooding into his mind as he snapped back into reality. He could feel the cold air getting colder, and the young mare before him would squeeze if he didn't get a fire started. Would freeze. Ooh, I said squeeze, dang it. He laid the mare on his side as he got up and only to feel a sharp pain run through his left arm, making him yell in pain. He looked at his arm to see a metal rod sticking out of his arm. Ah! No! No! Oh, God! I can just picture that right now. Ugh. Uh, he muffled his mouth as he yanked the iron rod out of his arm. Good thing, flab it. Ooh, I can just picture that. Oh God, my arm hurts just thinking about it. Oh, I'm like clutching real hard, guys. I never paid attention to that part earlier. Oh, ugh. As he muffled his scream, he nearly passed out from the pain. He held his arm as he tried to stop the blood from leaking. Oh, God, guys. Oh, I'll think about that. Guys, I cannot stand the sight of blood. I cannot. Even fake blood, like special effects, like the Walking Dead kind of stuff. I'll take a hell no on that, guys. Even when I get my blood drawn. Once in a while, I could try to muscle through it, but then I just feel absolutely queasy afterwards. Oh, God, I'm feeling queasy right now. Oh, I think I feel the names coming up. No bueno. No bueno. Let's see. He noticed a towel near him. Oh, good. And grabbed it and wrapped it tightly around his arm to stop the bleeding. Once he stopped the bleeding, he looked around the wreckage looking for whatever he could get his hands on. He found some blankets, water, and food for them to survive on if they had to stay here for a few nights. He found some broken wood and placed them into a pile and pulled out the matches. He found in a cart as he lit the fire. He looked at the unconscious mare as he pulled out a blanket and wrapped them around her, and that's when he noticed her hoof. It was bruised and had a long cut running alongside it. Ow! He placed the rag around her leg, making sure not to wake her. His body hurts. He could feel his mind wanting to shut down, but fought against it. He moved towards the side as he fought the pain running through his arm as he started to build. The wind blew across the canyon as 5 colorful ponies made their way through the snow. It's a good thing we're using this shield, or we might be freezing right now. Rarity said. Glad she didn't have to feel the cold against her skin. Riddle me this, Batman. How can a pony get cold when she's covered in fur? I mean, come on, we all seen this episode of the Crystal Empire, right, guys? They're literally walking in a blizzard with only scarves and like hoof booties. We've all seen the episode, guys. How can they feel cold when they're wearing fur coat? Natural fur coat. Riddle me that, Batman! I mean, sure, you see them wear a scarf and a little head, a little fluffy earmuffs and stuff. But other than that, nothing else. Say again. Riddle me that, Batman. We need... okay. We need to find... Rainbow Dash line. Do not judge me, guys. You all know her voice is a little hard for me to do. We need to hurry and find Applejack. Being stuck inside this bubble isn't helping us find her any quicker. Wait, I see what's going on here. You really doing the Apple Dash thing in this fic? Really, Phantom Rider 2? Phantom Rider? Really? And who edited this? Edited by Cartoon Fan 22. You're really trying to pull in the Apple Dash thing into this, guys? Really? Oh, excuse me. Really? I feel so sorry for you. It's only chapter 6 and I already saw this. I feel sad. Anyway. Quicker. Okay. That said, frustrated and worried. Okay. Don't worry, Dash. As long as we keep going straight, we will find them very soon, Twilight said, keeping her eyes forward as she continued to walk through the deep snow. I was wondering if they brought snowshoes. Get it? Goose. Horseshoes. Snowshoes. And whatever. Please let her be alright, Dash thought. If anything has happened to her, I'll never forgive myself. What'd you do? It's not like you did. Did you do this? Over here! Get over here! I'm sorry, I had to do it. Everyone's doing, okay, guys? A scorpion thing. Oh, I know a Yo Mama joke about that. I don't know if I should do it, though. I mean, we're doing a read-through right now, but I don't know if I should do it, but... whatever. Okay, just this one, okay? Your mama is so ugly. When Scorpion saw her in Mortal Kombat, he told her to stay over there. That funny. Anyway, let's get back to the read-through. They all hear a male's voice say, making the 5 mares go wide-eyed. Is that Matt? The snow blew all around the human as he pulled the planks of wood across the snow. Ugh. Got to keep going, he thought as he tried to keep his mind warm as his body was becoming colder by the second. With the pain in his arm and the cold air stinging his lungs, he began to wonder how much longer he could go on. He looked at the wooden plank he put together. There, lying on the back, was Applejack, covered in a bunch of blankets, as he knew that would help her remain warm. He fell to his knees as the pain in his arm grew worse, as he as the cold began taking its effect, as his eyes began to grow heavy. He then saw a purple light from in front of him. That must be the rescue team. Over here! He yells out. His smile grew as he saw the rescue team was none other than Applejack's friends. As they got close towards the two, he collapsed into the ground as his last thoughts were of Applejack crying, then darkness. Applejack! Dash yelled, removing the blanket from the figure underneath. She's injured! Twilight looked at Applejack as she noticed her leg was wrapped up. It looks like Matt wrapped her wounds. Twilight, Matt's bleeding badly, Rarity yelled as she searched the young human as she saw the blood from his side leaking out. Can't do it. Gross. Grody. Saw the blood from the side leak out into the snow, turning a dark red. Oh, God, I don't want that snow cone. Ooh, snow cone for that cannonballs. No, Grody. So gross. Grody. I can't stop thinking my face. Okay, I'm back. Twilight quickly rushed over towards the two at two. She noticed his arms was wrapped in a cloth. She placed her horn down towards his arm and used her magic. He pulled her with his arm and his side wounded. What's going on? They heard a familiar voice. AJ! Dash yelled, pulling her into a hug. Dash? Why you we surrounded by snow? Applejack asked, not noticing the snow around them. You fell with the car and down into the canyon, Dash said. Hold on, Everpony. I'm teleporting us all back, Twilight said, using her magic. Meanwhile, while the captain's having a panic attack. Like I said, guys, I've already read this before, and my mark was working. Stupid piece of junk. I really gotta get a new one, guys, I know. I want Everpony down in the canyon now! The captain yelled. Find the princess! I say again, shitty job. What about me, ma'am? Excuse me. A guard asked. You're on cleanup duty, she said, glaring at the guard. Go before I smack you! So sorry. Oh, excuse me. He quickly took off, leaving the captain alone. Ma'am, Princess Celestia wishes to see you. When did she get here? But when did she get here? That's what I said. The captain felt fear run through her body. Bet she peed a little. She just got here. She's waiting in the tent, the guard said. Oh boy. Thank you, soldier. She made her way towards the tent and opened it up to see Princess Celestia sitting on a pillow as she was speaking with her own guards. I want Twilight and her friends found at once, she said as she noticed the captain stepping into the tent. Leave us, she said. How noble. I'm actually quite proud of what I'm doing for Celestia's voice. I mean, it's as close as I can get to it, honestly. I mean, I'm an 18-year-old. I'm a 19-year-old dude. Ugh, God, I forgot my age there for a second. Doing a voice of female ponies. Yeah. So far, I'm kind of proud of what I'm doing right now. It's the tomboy voices ones that I like. That it's like freaking confusing, freaking hard to do. Rarity is okay, I guess. Twilight, I think I might do a little better, but still okay. Celestia, not bad considering to male standards. Luna, might need a little work on that still. Applejack, I'm proud of myself for Applejack. I do a pretty good country if I do say so myself. Uh, let's see. Fluttershy, we barely even see her in this. That's so weird. This chapter has no Fluttershy whatsoever in it. And let's just notice that. I'm sad about that. And Fluttershy, it's not really that hard. You just gotta whisper and be quiet about it. Or when she said like, oh my, or something like that. Really, it's not that hard for the Fluttershy. It's not that difficult for some of it, really. I mean, I'm like, okay at that, I guess. Anyway, then there's Dash. My pain in the ass voice Dash. I mean, I try to tighten up my vocal cords and sound like this. But I can't last for long about that. Nope. My Baymax actually pretty good if I do say so myself. I mean, I can do deep voices. It's high-pitched ones that are the pain in the butt. Most voices I can do, most voices I can't. It's kind of hard, you know? I mean, come on. We all have those things with the female voices. And I have no idea how to add sound effects into my voices as well. I got this new thing for Christmas. This voice changer thing. Testing it out, trying to find a Chrysalis voice for like one day when I get a Chrysalis part or something like that. You know, yada yada yada. Oh, excuse me. Pardon my spike. I don't know how to do that. I'm trying to look it up best I can. So sorry, guys. You can add girl voices into it, but like I said, I don't know how to add sound effects into it. So sorry, guys. Anyway, let's get back to the read through. Let's see. She said the guard left the two alone. Okay. I am aware that Twilight left on her own behalf. I tried to keep her here, but my idiot guard fell for their tricks, the captain said. Celestia chuckles. When Twilight has her mind set on something, it's hard to stop her, especially when her friends are in danger. I say again, guys, I do pretty good Celestia for a 19-year-old dude, she said, looking away from the captain. This Okay, I'm like confused here, she said, looking away from the captain. This wasn't the work of humans. She looked back at the captain. 3 ponies were seen aboard the train and haven't been seen since. So, they could have been near the explosion. I fear they placed bombs on board in order to harm Twilight. Her anger began to show on her face. Ooh. You are the only one I can trust, Nightfire. That's her name, Nightfire. What's her special ability? Calling Will-O's the Wisp? I'm just joking, guys. That's a Scottish thing, guys. That's Scottish. Scottish, Irish, whatever. Scottish mythology there, guys. Will-o-'s the wisp. I'm just gonna say it's a Highland thing. An Emerald Isle thing. Anyway. If some of you guys are listening to this and are, like, Scottish or Irish, I do apologize, guys. I do apologize for my lack of information. I am so sorry, guys. For you have been honest and have been doing your best to protect life, but now I call on your help. Help me find out who is trying to hurt Twilight. Mm. I will do my best, Your Highness. I will find out who is trying to harm the princess, she said, bowing. I shall not fail you. I know you won't. And yet you're doing a shitty-ass job just trying to keep one princess under wrap. Talk about irony! Oh god, guys, I gotta pop my neck. Oh, there we go. Woo! Woo! Oh, that felt good. Anyway, she said, da, 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 da. I will find out who is trying to harm the princess, she said, bowing. I shall not fail you. I know you won't, she said, with a smile. Why did I feel like I just said that as a line of the good Joker? You know what Joker I'm talking about? The one that was pretty good. The one that is going, why so serious? Now, I believe you need to find Twilight before... Celestia's words were cut off as a blinding light blinded the two as they shielded from each other. Yeah, say that line 10 times fast. Blinding light blinded, blinding light blinded, blinding light blinded, blinding blah 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 blah. Nope, can't do it. Each other. That worked, Twilight said. Well, speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. Twilight said, surprised her spell worked as they were inside a tent. Wait, what do you mean worked? What do you mean that worked? That's what I said. Rarity asked, surprised. I've never teleported more than just me and Spike before. Now you say this? Now you tell us this? Why isn't the door you don't know? I mean, think about it. But then that's really good points. It would take longer if they did find out, but it would come in a hurry, so yeah, but still, it was a good idea to warn them beforehand. I mean, think about it, guys. We all know that teleportation thing, right? That teleportation thing is like you could end up with weird, different type of skin. Your limbs could be swapped or anything with someone else's, or you could be transfused together, or your personalities and your souls could swap into your bodies as well. Body swap, that kind of stuff, or like or fuse one another into one and have two different personalities trying to control one freaking body. I mean, like, one could have one eye, one could have three eyes, one could have multiple eyes all over their bodies. Some could even have multiple wings or a horn on their head. I mean, we all know the problems with the teleportation stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you think Twilight would have able to do this better if I don't know. Since she's like I don't know, a freaking badass with magic. And this is the first time she's done it with multiple people. What the hell's wrong with you? Seriously! This argument could go on and on, but I'm trying to do it on a low down minimal and trying to do a 2-part reading series. Anyway. For I'm just surprised I managed to get us all here. Before Twilight could finish her sentence, she felt her body be pulled into a hug. Been pulled into a hug. I am glad you are safe, Twilight. Twilight's eyes went wide as she couldn't believe her former mentor was hugging her. She felt the hug, and as she looked at her former mentor, motherly love, right there, guys. Oh my, what happened? Twilight snapped out of her shock as she looked her at her friend Applejack, who noticed Matt lying on the ground, still knocked out. Twilight, he stopped breathing. No! I just did a Tarzan no. Interesting. But still. No! Rarity said, looking at her worried. Yeah, I'm worried as hell right now too. Get that damn human's ass into a hospital now. Quick, take him to the medical tent, Celestia said, as Twilight and her friends lifted him up and quickly took them off towards the tent. Princess, you do know no pony will help him, Nightfire said, looking at her. They will, or they will find themselves locked away, she said, walking out of the tent. Does Celestia have a soft spot for the humans too? Huh. Intriguing. I thought it was only Luna's. Applejack watched as the doctor finished up stitching up the wound on her leg. Owie! How's Matt doing? She asked, noticing Twilight walk into the tent. They got him breathing again, but they are taking him to Canterlot to get him better treatment, Twilight said. Celestia went with him to make sure he gets the best treatment. She moved towards them as the doctor made his way out of the tent, leaving the two alone. I am glad to see you came out of this alive, she said, pulling AJ into a hug. Applejack smiled and hugged back. I wouldn't have made it without Maya, she said, as she felt Twilight pull away. Da. Okay, about Matt. When we found you, he was pulling you across the snow while he nearly froze to death, she said. It's a good thing Brayburn fought him when he did, or else what happened tonight could have been worse. She sighed. Matt should have have done any of that at all. He had to do what was build a fire and try to keep warm, Applejack said. Yeah, I'm thankful Matt did what he did. Yeah. Oh, yet. Sorry. All right, Miss Applejack. We'll need you to remain off your hoof for a while till your wound is fully healed, the doctor said as he brought in a wheelchair. Till then, you'll have to remain in a wheelchair for at least a week. I'll just walk without it, she said, going to get up onto to have Twilight use her magic to stop the mare. Let me go, Twi. No, I think not. You're talking to Twilight here, one of the most safest and yet pain in the butt ponies ever. Ooh, that was a doozy. I think I'm making Twilight mad. That no bueno. She sighed, knowing full well Twilight would let the Bantu skip the few. Applejack, you need to listen to the doctors and stay off your leg. I say again, stubborn, Twilight said as she placed her in a wheelchair. I know you don't like listening to the doctors, but please listen to me. Just do as he says. No comment. She sighed, knowing full well Twilight wouldn't let her leave the wheelchair. Yeah, Twilight can't be persistent if she wants to. That's kind of scary sometimes. Twilight, you know I can't stay like this. I have so much to do before apple booking season. We'll help you. We'll help out as much as we can. We still stick together, Twilight said, giving her a warm smile. And I know Dash will be there to help you out. Seriously, Apple Dash isn't going to happen in this fic, guys. Well, hopefully. I mean, come on. Love and slavery. I'm just sticking to what I say. Apple Dash is not going to happen in this. This made Applejack chuckle as she knew she was right. Dash wouldn't leave her side till she made a full recovery. Speaking of Dash, where is she? They're waiting. They are waiting for us on the train, Twilight said, wheeling her friend out of the tent. The two walked outside. Well, not two didn't walk out. One was walking. One was being pushed in a wheelchair. The train is ready for us to leave, Princess, the captain said, looking at Twilight and Applejack. Thank you, Captain. Twilight pushed the wheelchair towards the train. Meanwhile, in the hospital. Boop, boop. Matt's eyes slowly fluttered open as he heard a heart monitor. He felt a pain run through his body. I see you have awakened. He heard the soft voice speak as he turned his head and looked to see Princess Celestia. Dun, dun, dun! Standing there with concern in her eyes. As she sat next to his bed, his heart began to race. Boom, 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 boom. As she sat there, Celestia noticed the heart monitor beginning to go faster. Meep, 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 meep. Calm yourself. You are safe here, he said with a soft smile. She said with a soft smile. Is Applejack all right? He asked, remembering his mother's words. She is fine. She is right now coming here with the others, she said. You can rest easy. You had a long day. She stood when Applejack arrived. She stood. Okay. Sorry, screw that up. When Applejack arrives, I will have her come here to check up on you. She made her way towards the door. Oh, and if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. She opened the door and left Matt with his thoughts. He looked at the IV in his hand and in his arm as he thought about what would become of him. With his arm broken, would he be able to work again? He would, or would he be sold again? His thoughts were interrupted as the door opened up. I have some food for you, Matthew? It's so great to see you again. Before he could get a good look at the girl, he was pulled into a hug. To be continued. As I promised before, I am doing a second part, cause this shit's good. This shit's getting good. I'm doing chapter 7 now. Hopefully my audio is still working. Please pray to God. Please pray to God. Oh, I really don't want to do it again, but it's so good, but I really don't want to do it again. Okay, chapter 7. Old Friends and Pain. Old Friends and Pain. Edited by Cartoon Fan 20. Matt's eyes blinked a few times in confusion. Okay. You have grown since the last time I seen you. He felt the girl pull away, and he noticed those dark green eyes and that big old smile. Amber? Didn't we meet this girl already somewhere before? I'm trying to think, but my brain's pulling up a blank. Oh, she was with that pirate crew. Knock, knock, knock. What are you doing here? He asked. He asked, surprised to see her working here. I could ask you the same. I could ask you the same thing, she said, chuckling. I work under Princess Celestia in helping out my fellow humans. She pulled up a chair and sat next to him. I see you got into some trouble. He still couldn't believe seeing his old childhood friend, but one thing was different about her. She no longer had her blonde hair. She now had red hair. There's something funny going on around here. The train the train I was on derailed and fell into the canyon, and well, I had to save my owner from the train. He felt a sting of pain run through his arm. Owie. You saved your owner? That's new, she said, sitting back. I take it he is kind? She is, and so is her family, he said as Amber blinked. That's good. Excuse me. That's good. I hate for you, owner, to hurt you like last time, she said with a smile as she turned away from him and brought over and picked up a tray. Okay, tray. All right. I have some fish along with some potatoes and mac and cheese. I'm not a big mac and cheese guy kind of guy. A restaurant mac and cheese is okay and all. KFC's is pretty damn good. But homemade, like boxed one, not my cup of tea, guys. Anyway, and I brought you a root beer, but memory serves me right. You like a Dr. Fire, she said, chuckling. What the hell is a Dr. Fire? Is it like a copy of a Dr. Pepper? Or something? Does it give you fire splice abilities just like Bioshock? Sorry guys, I just finished watching Bioshock gameplay videos. That game is fucked up, man. Forged up. Anyway. Rupert will be fine, Amber, he said, looking at the food. Do you remember the time we stole Pop from our owner and, oh yeah, owner and sneak up into the loft to watch the sunset? Amber asked, smiling. Matt chuckled at the memory. Yeah, I remember I had a can of Dr. Fire and you had a can of Coke, if memory serves me right, he said with a smile. If you don't mind me asking, do you still have the marks on your back? She asked. Matt just nodded. I knew I should have knocked that stallion's lights out, she said, clutching her fist. Amber, you know better than anyone that if you would have hit him, you would have ended up dead, he said. Besides, it didn't stop after I was sold. What? You still got beaten? She asked, surprised. Yes, but this guy was worse than our last owner. The memory of the whip hitting his back over and over again as the train fell down his back, as the rain fell down his back, as two other stallions dumped rum on his back wounds. His back burned. Matt could feel the tears and fought them back as he fought the memory. He felt a hand touch his making him look at her. Do you mind if I look at your back? She asked. Matt nodded, sitting up, and he still slid his shirt up, allowing Amber to see the many scars on his back. Her eyes widened as she looked at his back. Does it hurt? She asked, looking at him. No, I've lost all feeling in my back. Ay, ay, ay! That's no good. That's no bueno. Excuse me, he said, looking at her. Amber ran her finger across the scar. You should have told someone about this, she said, pulling her hand away as she lowered his shirt and sat back. It, Okay, sorry, I had to see who was talking here. It would have been hard when you're forced to work within the barn and not allowed to leave unless told to, he said, looking away from her, but I got better when he sold me to an old mare, and I got to have a break from working and got to paint again. Oh, excuse me. Pardon my spike. You got to paint again? That's awesome! I remember when you used to draw with the crayons we stole from our owner, and your artwork is a lot better than mine, she said, giggling. I did try to teach you what I knew, but you know you fought me on everything, he said, chuckling. I still have the scar from where you bit me. Ow! He felt Amber place a hand on his scar that ran across his left eye. I remember when you got this scar, he said, removing her hand and looking down at the floor. You know it wasn't your fault. He was drunk. His words were. Oh, wait, hold on. You know it wasn't your fault. He was drunk. His words were cut off by Amber. It was my fault. If I didn't get caught stealing from him, you would have jumped in front of me and gotten that scar across your face. Amber, I cared for in that hell. I cared for you in that hellhole. You and I stuck together through so much, and when he caught you, I couldn't let you go through with that I've been through, he said, making her stare at him. I couldn't bear to see you harm as you were. The only friend I've ever had. I had a plan ready in case you were caught. I would take the blame while you were spared. Amber didn't know what to say. In all the years she had known him, she didn't know he cared this much for her. You didn't have to do that. I did. It's what friends do for each other, he said with a grin. Oh, sweet. There came a knock on the door, making the two look to see a mare with a light orange coat standing there. I see you two are getting along, the mayor said with a smile. Actually, we've known each other a very long time ago, Amber said. Oh, the mayor asked, raising an eyebrow. So I take it you two were friends or something else? This made the two blush. Whip! Just friends, Sunset. Anyway, I thought you were helping Princess Luna out today. I came to find you. I need your help with getting tonight's dinner underway. All right. Amber looked at Matt. I'll come back later and see you. All right? Sure, I'll be here. He felt her kiss his cheek. Oh, sorry. And watched as she left. Matt watched as the mayor just stood there staring at him, making him feel uncomfortable. It was Matt, right? He nodded. I'll make sure make sure you're well taken care of around here, she said, leaving him alone in the room with only his thoughts. The memory of the night Amber was caught came flooding into his mind as he touched the scar on his left eye. Celestia's sun was still high in the sky as the hot summer air made work out in the fields harder for many of the humans. Matt was helping out in the barns, cleaning up and making sure there was no dirt on the floor. Amber came walking into the barn with a basket of carrots as she placed them down. I hate summer, she said, looking at Matt. Just be lucky he is a winner, he said, keeping the floor. Okay, this is my best kid voice I can do with them, so don't judge me. Cover for me. I'm going to go get a pop. Amber, I don't think it's a good idea, he said, stopping what he was doing as he looked at her. Our owner is near the house. You'll never know. Just cover for me, and I'll be right back, she said, leaving Matt. She's going to get in trouble, he thought as he made his way towards barn door and watched as she snuck into the house. He then noticed his owner making his way back towards the house, and he began to panic as Amber just walked out of the house, and he stood right in front of her. Stealing from me now, are we? The stallion yelled, using his magic to grip Amber and drag her back towards the barn, slamming her into the door. Matt watched in horror as he used his magic to pull the whip from his side and got ready to take aim. In a quick movement, Matt jumped into front of her, taking the whip to his left eye, making him scream out in pain. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Oh, God! Oh, that's making my left eye twitch. Oh, no, that's making my right. I don't know why that's doing that. Oh, that's like, owie, owie, owie. Oh, I'm making my right, like, close shut for a weird reason. Ugh. Owie, I don't like it. Pain. Stupid humans, stay out of this, the stallion yelled. With pain and blood leaking from his face, he stood in front of his friend. No, you'll regret that, boy. Amber felt the magic be removed from her. She looked behind her to see Matt slammed into the barn door and the sound of the whip going off, making her see her friend yell out in pain. Let this be a warning for you, girl. Steal from me again and you'll end up like him. Matt fell to his knees, his back stinging. You're an idiot, you know that? Amber nearly yelled as she got a better look at his eye and noticed it wasn't going to damage his eyes. I know, he said in a whisper as he felt dizzy. Let's get you inside and find Sarah and have her take a look at your wounds, she said, helping Matt to his feet. The two made their way inside the barn, and Amber set Matt down on the barn bed. Try to stay awake. I don't need to worry about you dying now. I'll try, Amber. Oh, excuse me, he said with a faint smile. Amber quickly took off, running out of the barn and towards the field. Matt removed his hand from his eyes and looked at the blood in his hand. The memory ended. Matt looked at his hand, then up towards the door, as he knew... Oop, sorry guys, I got like a piece of hair in my glasses. Give me a sec. Okay. Or as he knew if he could have changed anything about that day, it would be to try and make her stay inside instead of going into the house. After that day, she was sold 3 days later, leaving him alone. He looked at the food in front of him. You know, you'll never... God damn it, I screwed it up! Give me a sec, guys. You know you'll always be beaten. It may not come from your new owner, but from those around you. But from those around you. Sorry, guys. I screwed that up so bad. I didn't screw that up the last time. I promise you. He heard the voice saying, making him close his eyes, fighting back the voice. He heard the sound of hoofsteps, making him open his eyes to see Twilight Captain standing there. I need to talk to you, human. Ugh. Oh, I hate this mayor. She said, closing the door behind her, making Matt become afraid. I would be too if a mayor like her came in. I'm just getting the heebie-jeebies about this. Celestia made her way towards the meeting room. Her mind was in deep thought as she tried to figure out why Twilight was attacked. Her mind was interrupted as she heard her sister call out to her. Tia, is it true? Did Twilight train get attacked? Luna asked. Yes, our own kind did it, Celestia said, sighing. What do you mean? Luna asked, confused. 3 ponies were seen boarding the train and haven't been seen since. Whoever attacked our train is still out there, waiting to harm one of us next, Celestia said. I need you to make sure your guards are ready, and I want to search team out for these ponies. I shall begin the search right away, Luna said. Is there anything else I can do? Yes, there's one more thing you can do. There's a human in the medical wing named Matthew, and he saved Applejack life when the train was attacked. I want you to make sure he is okay and treated all right. Celestia noticed the shock expression on her face. Are you all right, Luna? Yes, just surprised a human would do such a thing. It was the truth. It was the truth Luna spoke, but what surprised her the most was it's the human she had been watching for some time now. Stalker. I am too, Celestia said, making her way down the hall. I shall see you later, Luna. Luna turned around and made her way towards the medical wing, leaving Celestia with her thoughts once again. She began to feel dizzy. She shook her head, shaking off the dizziness as she looked at the band-aid on her leg. Oh, I think I gave that human a little too much blood. Wait, Princess Celestia gave Matthew blood? What blood type is he? Intriguing. Anyway, she thought she noticed she was not standing in front of the meeting room, and she thought she noticed she was now standing in front of the meeting room. God, I'm sucking so bad. And sighed, now to fight the council once again. The battle of the council of royalty and councilmen and women. The battle that shall never end of the monarchy throughout time. Anyway, the door opened and Celestia felt she was walking face first into hell. Okay. Matt watched the cap. Okay, here we go. Okay, give me a sec, guys. I need to take a breather real quick. And I have returned, my fellow brony sisters. Where were we? Yes, Matthew and Captain. Matt watched as the captain made her way towards his bed. His heart was pounding fast and faster. Faster and faster. Oh, pardon my spike. And the heart monitor kept going higher and higher. Calm down, human. If I was here to hurt you, you would have been hurt, already been hurt. She makes a good point. She said, taking a seat next to his bed. Now, I want to ask you what you saw before everything went to hell. I fell asleep and awoke to find myself in a different seat. Same here. Every pony reported the same thing before the train was attacked, she said, and you were placed in a lower car with Applejack, while the rest of us were in the car before yours. Matt didn't know what she was going on about. What are you trying to get at, miss? Yeah, what you trying to get at, missy? It's Captain. And what I'm trying to say is Applejack was meant to die on the train today. Her death would have sparked a war between rebel humans and ponies. But because they made a mistake placing you aboard car with her, aboard the same car with her, you saved her life, and now this will make it harder for whoever attacked the train to attack again, since now Celestia will be doubling her guards and protecting her, Twilight, and her friends. And what does this have to do with me? Yeah, please proceed. I'm getting confused here myself, he asked. I don't trust your kind. There it is. But you have shown me you can be trusted. Pray to tell, she said, sighing. I need you to keep an eye out for any pony who might want to harm Twilight or her friends and would report back to me. You want me to help you? He asked, surprised. I say once again. Huh? Yes, as much as I hate the idea of working with you. Oof. I need you in order to keep Twilight and her friends safe, she said, a little angry. Oof. Oof. God, that's like a punch to the gut for her. Ooh. Matt thought for a moment as she continued to stay to stay stare at him. I'll do my best to help, whatever you need me to do. I shall, he said, looking at her. Good. You will report to me if you see any pony out of place, or if you hear anything strange, she said, getting to her hooves. I shall see you around then. She left Matt alone with his thoughts. The idea of Applejack and her friend being harmed set a anger following through his mind. He's been to Ponyville. Applejack has been nothing but since he's been to Ponyville. Okay. Let me do a rewording here for a second. It's not the exact words, but here it is. Since he arrived to Ponyville, Applejack has been nothing but kind to him. There we go. Sorry, I had to think there for a second. Oh, sorry, I just ate a thing of pistachios on my little break there, and they're like stuck in my teeth. So, pardon me. Uh, has been nothing but kind to him, and so has her friends Rarity, Twilight, even fought for him to ride on the train with them, even though he could have rode with the other humans in the car. Whoever planned on hurting Applejack and her friend had another thing coming. As long as he remained on Applejack's farm, he would make sure no harm came to her. Okay, final push through. Okay. Applejack looked outside the window as she waited to be able to go visit Matt. She was worried about the human after everything that happened to him. He he nearly lost his life trying to save her even though he didn't know her all that much. Her mind was in deep thought, even over him. His artwork was something he looked after seeing what he could do with what he had. She was very happy to see him smile, yet there was something that nagged at her mind. It was the scars on his back. She wanted to hurt the pony that would harm such a kind human. Wait, did I miss the blush part? Oh, did I? Let me read. Oh, no, I did. I haven't gotten there that part yet. Hey. She may have only known him for a few days, but she could see he was gentle and kind. She blushed as she thought about seeing him smile at her, making her shake her head. Buh. She didn't know why she was blushing or feeling the way she does. She she just fought feeling and heard a soft knock at the door. Okay. Uh, okay. It's open. Excuse me. She said as the door opened, she smiled as she saw it was her good friend Rainbow Dash. Hey, Dash. What bring you by? What brings you by? Ugh, God, I'm screwing up so bad, guys. I don't know why. Twilight wanted me to tell you that you can go see Matt now. Oh, that's perfect. That is just perfect for me right there. She said, walking into the room. So I figured I'd wheel you over to him. All right, but I could have easily walked. She said, feeling Dash give her a wheelchair a push. You're not supposed to walk, AJ. Doctor's orders. Ah, man, I screwed it up. Darn it. She said, making a Applejack roll her eyes. I could still walk on my 3 good legs, Applejack said, looking at her friend. But with ya girls around, I won't be able to do what I want. She chuckled, looking back down the hall. They stopped in front of the door to Matt's room as she noticed the door was cracked open. Josh opened it up, and her eyes went wide. Somebody help! Dash yelled, rushing inside the room, making Applejack fly out of her chair and made her way into the room. An hour earlier, Matt had his eyes closed, relaxed in his bed as he could hear the faint noise of the heart monitor going off. He tried to relax, but his mind wouldn't let him. His mind kept going back towards the dream he had back on the train. He wanted to know if the dream was true or fake. The sound of the heart monitor beeping stopped, made Matt open his eyes, only to have his body ripped from the bed. What? And slammed to the floor. Matt noticed he was wrapped inside magic. I thought my little plan would work, but you had to save that stupid farm mare from dying. Matt heard the voice speak. He could feel the magic pulling his arm back. He then heard the 3 snap sounds, making Matt scream out in pain. Only he could to have his scream muzzled by magic. You humans think you're so much better than us? But magic is what makes us much more powerful than you humans. Matt could feel the magic flow through his body. He could feel it going towards his rib cage, as he could feel it snap 2 ribs. Now, I still have work to do, and you, my human friend, will be too injured to help any pony. And since you'll be unable to work, you'll be sold back on the market. Then Matt felt his legs twist and snap sound rung through the room. Matt was flung towards the wall. Hard. Ah! Oh, God, I can imagine all of that. Snap, crackle, pop, and... That gross! Super gross! Murderous! Matt was flung towards the wall hard, cracking the wall. He looked at the hooded figure standing in front of him. He could see his attacker's eyes. Those cold red eyes staring at him. Those eyes. Matt was dropped to the ground as the hooded figure vanished into thin air. Remember, human, interfere again, you'll die. Matt fell forward as he noticed his blood was leaking from his side. He placed a hand over his wound to try and stop the bleeding, but it failed as the pain running through his body forced him to black out. To be continued. Oh my effing god, guys! What the hell just happened? Do you guys think that's the same guy who killed his mom in his previous dream? Was that dream real or not? Will he survive? Find out next time on Slum and Slavery, read by Funky Luffy Hooves, the commentator. Thank you guys so much for listening. This is getting real. After I do another careful read through of it, do it carefully, I like, what? So my whole reaction's totally different. I know I've already read it, but oh god, my reaction! I just go thinking of going on ahead and read chapter 8, but however, I don't want to make it 2 hours and then people start losing interest and stuff, so yada yada yada. Anyway, thank you so much. If you want to hear more, click on my subscription and that notification bell to let you know what else I've been reading. Also, click that big thumbs up like button, and also share my videos with your fellow Brony and Pegasi sisters. Also, check out my Twitter account, Funky Luffy 441, and try to keep in touch. I'll be posting most videos on occasional time and day if I'm like doing nothing else. So, thank you so much, guys. Love you guys for supporting me. Thank you so much, Shinoi Jump, for supporting me all the way through ever since I finished his first work. Thank you so much. This is your homeboy, Funky Luffy, the commentator, signing out. Oh, stupid mouse.